Welcome back to saving all of the fleas, completing true ending while having as little equipment as possible. So now that we've saved the mist flea and we've saved the courier, we can start taking on some of the courier quests. And the courier quests are slow, but they don't require or they don't involve getting a percent. And as tasks, we're also going to be able to do quite a bit in parallel with these couriers. So this first one that we've taken is the Pilgrim's Rest courier. And so we're going to go through here again. We actually did this movement several times because a lot of the couriers head in this direction. And we're going to do pretty much all of them, I believe. Yeah, I think we do all of them. Lots of fun little movement through here. You can see that we do these slashes while we're wall jumping. Okay, so we jump over the trigger there. That allows us to skip that arena again, just in a different way than we skipped it last time. We need to talk to the tender here in order to get the quest so that the craws start dropping their pelts. But yeah, those slashes off of walls, basically that causes us to not move as far during the wall jump. We picked up the shard bundle there because we're going to want shards both for our snare setter, and also we're going to need a bunch of shards for the final bone bottom quest at the end. Or near the end. So now, we are going to open this because we're going to want a shortcut for later, and we're going to go ahead and get our craw pelts. At least some of them. And the small craws really aren't that worth going for, unless they happen to be nearby, so we skip that guy. And now we're going to talk to Styx. We do have a couple of roaches that we need to kill. But the reason we're talking to Styx is that this gives us access to the Queen's Egg courier, which we're going to be doing a little bit later. All you have to do is talk to him. You don't need to get any of the eggs, or the silk eaters rather. Do a quick drop with the snare setter there. It uncaps your fall speed, so you can use that to do little cheeky quick drops in some areas. Do some awkward but funky looking craw pogos there to save this fleet. And we also go ahead and get some more pelts while we're here. Awooo! This isn't going to give us all the pelts we need, so we are going to have to get some more later. But we get most of the pelts we need, so it works out pretty well. Use the craw for a little bit of help there. Yeah, a lot of the optimization in low percent is optimizing our silk usage. Okay, here's a fun snare setter. If you snare setter into a diagonal wall, it will knock you to the side. And so you could use it to redirect your momentum a little bit. It's a very fast drop through there. It's a very long room, so it's very nice to be able to do that. And now we are going to get the flea that is hiding through here. We don't have to use the normal airstreams because we have access to wings. And then on the way to do that, we are going to do Savage Beast Flight 2. Savage Beast Flight 2 is very similar to the first fight. So we actually set that snare setter. It turns out that he moves too quickly to actually trigger it. So it's not actually useful here. In practice, I probably should have gone and removed that, but I didn't really feel like redoing the whole fight, so I wasted one snare setter here. But yeah, pretty quick fight. The pogo hammer works very effectively on that guy. And we'll leave that trap behind in case another beast fly comes out. Some awkward movement to get up here. And now we can get the flea. The tight little jump there. And we do grab a little soap while we can. Allows us to spear more often. Or not spear, harpoon. And now we get Pilgrim's Rest, the one delivery where you have to pay for the right to deliver the package. So that's the delivery done. But now we do have some additional stuff we want to do while we're down here. We are going to need a flea that is down in the deep docks area, which I like to call flashbang flea because it's past an arena with a lot of explosions. And we're also going to get the Signis and Gron fight in order to... oh yeah, so we get that. We do quit out from that flea because it's slightly faster than just continuing. But yeah, so we're going to head down to Deep Docks, and we're going to get the Flashbang Flea, and then we are also going to fight Signis and Gron to open up the shortcut to the Sauna, because we're going to want that when we get to Act 3. Some fun movement through here. Snare Setter is actually really nice here because you have to wait for enemies to spawn, and it one-shots those little guys with the shields, which is very convenient. So we drop a Snare Setter there, Snare Setter there. This does most of the damage on this guy and also kills the guy on the right instantly. So Snare Setter is actually quite nice in here. And here we kind of awkwardly harpoon our way back and forth between those two. But pretty quick arena. A very dangerous arena. And then we can save this flea. And now we're going to head down to the Four Brothers. Fun little pogo off of the javelin that was being thrown at us. With quite good aim, I would add. Or long animations. So this fight is quite fun. There's a lot of movement through here, and we can't pogo hammer because these guys are immune to pogos, except when they're on the ground. So when they stagger, we can pogo hammer them. So we like to get them staggered so that we can pogo hammer as much as we can. And we also try to keep them stacked on top of each other when we can, now that they're both spawned. And we're using silk spears as well. Just barely get over that, and then just a few more hits on this guy. We're using the harpoon to keep up with them, and then using spears when we can't get next to him, and then pogo hammer him down. Very fun fight. There's a lot of subtle stuff going on there, and it was very fun to test that. And now we just have to open the sauna, and then open the shortcut in here, so that we can use it later. So now, we are going to head back to Belhart, because we're going to do one more quick courier quest, which is going to be convenient, which is the Queen's Egg Courier. And I think we might turn in some things while we're here too. No, it's just getting the courier. So there's Queen's Egg. This quest is going to be relatively straightforward. It's a lot of the same movement we did on the first courier through here. Some subtle differences just because I felt like doing it slightly differently. We do have to talk to Mushka here because in order to get him to move to the next area, he has to have been talked to, and then you have to do a time passes. So it's not enough to just talk to him and tell him to go. So we talk to him once on here, and then the next time we come through here, which is going to be for the Songclave Courier, we will get him to actually move to the Blasted Steps. More fun movement. And then we're going to skip the arena one more time. And then here, we can skip above. Thankfully, Wings makes it pretty easy. Now we don't need to get the shard bundle, so getting through here is a little bit more efficient. Lots of nice, fun movement. And then on the way up, we are going to be able to get the crop hilts that we need. And we only need a couple from that guy. And that's it. Now we can head up to Styx and turn in the Queen's Egg. Nice and simple. We've got a lot more coming up still. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've been enjoying this. It's been a lot of fun to work on this task, and I've been having... it's been interesting working on such a long project and releasing this to go. There's going to be some very fun dodges coming up in some of the segments. And we also have a couple of interesting encounters. More Snare setter fun. And of course, everybody's favorite flea.